Listen, y'all, it's another late night, okay? But I'm pissed right now. I am pissed. I'm gonna get straight into it. I just thought this might be entertaining for y'all. I'm watching the movie The Tomorrow War, right, with Chris Pratt. So the plot so far it goes, there's a war in the future against these alien guys, or not alien guys, these alien animals. There, if you ever seen The Great Wall with Matt Damon in China, I don't know. It's the same kind of concept, I think, right? And oh, I just gotta go over some points. Right? So the people from the future come to the people in the past and we're like, hey, we need your help, otherwise we're gonna lose. And when they bring the people from the past into the future, they're still losing. So what the fuck? Also, Chris Pratt, main character, right? He gets sent into the future. He goes on a mission. Then they have this veteran dude, right? Who's already been there. He knows what's up. He's like, don't try to save your friends, right? And I'm like, fuck you, dude. What? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Anyway, later, after, like, in their first deployment still, they're in this fight, right? They meet the enemy for the first time. And then Chris Pratt is fighting him, or fighting the animal things or whatever, and he's kind of holding his ground. Then the guy who's like, don't try to save your friends, comes up, slide cancels under the monster, shoots him in the belly, and he's like, they're only vulnerable from the belly. Wait. Don't try to save your friends? Motherfucker, how is anybody supposed to win? How is anybody supposed to save their friends if you're not telling them where the fuck to shoot? Do you want them to die? Are you on the alien side? Are you Bell? Are you like a double undercover agent? What is going on? How are you helping anybody by not telling them where the vulnerable points are? I don't get that. And then you know what else gets me? They're escaping, right? They go to this research station. Again, this is still the first mission. They're in this research station to get some stuff, right? They were supposed to like evacuate the research team. They're dead, so they go get these vials or whatever. And when they're on the way out, the commander, the colonel, the one who's like the base plate equivalent, like in Modern Warfare, the one who's directing the entire operation, is like, you guys need to get out of there. Right. No, I was just gonna fucking see if there was an ice cream shop around. What do you think we're trying to do, woman? And then over and over again, they're fucked, by the way. Right? They're running. The monsters are everywhere. They are clearly outnumbered. They have like 10 dudes to like 100 at the minimum. And she's like, hey, you guys really need to get out of there. Did I really? I was just gonna sit here and go sightseeing. There's a destroyed building right there. You see that? That's your buddy. The monster ate him in half. Oh, him? That's Rick. He's paralyzed. He can't move. They broke his spine. And they're probably going to feast on him later. So that happens. They get out. Pretty much nobody survives besides like the veteran dude who was like, don't save your friends, Chris Pratt. And then Chris Pratt's like other friend guy who's like kind of right now. He hasn't really done much. So they get back. And then they're like, we need to go out on another mission, right? And before they do that, right, they come back and they're at like the training camp. They're at like the base camp. It's a FOB. It's a forward operating base. And he meets the colonel, the one over like operating the entire like mission that they were just on. And it turns out, I won't ruin it for you just in case you want to watch it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the colonel is like, well, in a few weeks, we're all going to die. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we here right now, woman? What was the point? Why are you bringing dudes from the past to the future to die if it's not gonna work? Where's the logic? Where's the logic in that? If I'm coming from the past to go die in the future and it's not gonna work, then at least I can have another 30 years. Mind you, 30 years in the future, right? Like it was like 30, 20 years in the future, whatever, I can still at least spend the rest of those years with however long my dog's gonna be alive. I could play some more video games. If I'm gonna die anyway, not the top of my priority list right now. I ain't trying to go to the future to die for something that ain't even gonna work. And then she's constantly keeping Chris Pratt, his character, in the dark about things. And I'm like, lady, we got 3 weeks left. What's the point in keeping secrets right now? Okay, whatever. Past that, they go on to the next mission. They have to get one of the females. The females in this one are it's like they work like spiders, right? The females are much stronger and like more aggressive and bigger than the males, but the males are down bad. They would do anything to protect the females. Cool, whatever. And then she pulls this 180, like, oh, the females are what we're thinking is going to be the key to like defeat these monsters, right? And I'm like, then why did you say in a few weeks we're all going to be dead? If you have a plan here that's going to work, then why are you constantly discouraging your troops? If you're at like the top, you're supposed to motivate. You're supposed to encourage. You're supposed to tell people they're fighting for a reason, but you're not. You're just depressing everybody. Who wants to fight if you're telling people, oh, well, in 3 weeks we're gonna die, so I don't know. Right? And then she doesn't care, bro. She don't care about nobody because like the females, like they live underground, right? They live underground. So they go to this LZ, right? And there's like a big fight happening right there. They got flamethrowers like flaming through the holes. They got this toxin thing that they developed that like weakens them a little bit. It's like a debuff, right? And then they have people inside the holes trying to, pull, like grapple. It's like General Grievous, right? You know how like the Gungans kept sticking him and in the Clone Wars, the clones hit him with the grapples and stuff and started pulling him around. That's what they were trying to do. So they had like a bunch, like a handful of soldiers down there in the hole, like pulling on this one female one, but they're bigger and stronger, right? So it was hard. And she and Chris Pratt's character are just waiting in the chopper, just looking down, just You see this? You seeing this? Are you not going to help? They're like struggling. They're fighting for their lives down there, right? They're pulling. They're struggling. Like the females like pulling them, and then everything stops. And it's one of those things where like she busts out. So she busts out. She starts killing people. And for like 30 more seconds, she's just, man, that's some fucked up shit down there. You have a gun, right? I saw you leave with one. I know you have it. And the guns they use, it's like they want them to die. They have these guns that have like a 50 round mag, but aren't accurate for crap. Like you're calling people from the past who ain't got like anything to do with this, at least not yet. And then you give them crap equipment, bro. These monsters can throw spikes, and they don't even give them body armor. Oh my god! And that's another thing. They have 7 days before they get deployed to the future, right? And then they have the audacity. The trainers, right? The people who are going to get them ready. We're not going to make you do pull-ups or run obstacle courses or do this and that and that. And it's a worldwide draft too. So there's like civilians in there, just any kind of civilians. You're not going to get them ready to like run or move with like a load on them. No. And this is what I'm talking about. They want them to die. I'm only halfway through the movie and I'm just pissed right now, right? But anyway, back to where we were. Finally, she goes down the hole. And she's like, all right, I'm going to start fighting. And So the queen, it's like this little fight thing, right? And then the queen, you know, they kind of have her wrapped up, but she's still struggling a little bit. And then the colonel lady pulls out like a shield and gets bumped onto this like little like something like that, like the slab of earth coming out from like inside one of the walls in the hole. And she's sitting there like kind of fighting them off or whatever. But then the female, she starts calling all of the males, right? So this big storm of male monsters comes down and starts bodying everybody. And then, oh boy, you got me messed up, bro. You got me messed up. So they try to get her into this cage, right? So they start pulling her into this cage. They lock her in. But the colonel lady, she looks her in the eye. She's like staring him down. Meanwhile, dudes is getting eaten outside. They're getting overrun. You don't have time to look badass, woman. And then this other dude, right, to close the other side of the gate, he does this little slide cancel up to the button and he's like, "We got him." Shut up. Oh, no, I'll actually tell you the specific line. He was like, "Oh, we got her ass. And they're about to eat your ass, my boy. Get out. You don't have time for these one-liners." So they get out, a bunch mayhem. Everybody's dying, like I said, but they still want to be cool and all. And they get in this Humvee with the 50 cal, and Chris Pratt's driving. The colonel lady's on top, working the 50 cal, and they're getting away. Then they get to the beach. They're on this beach right now. This is where I paused it. And she fires a flare up in the air, and she goes, "You could have compromised my mission." Ooh. Your mission wouldn't have gone on much longer if he didn't step in, lady. You were there, right? I know it was stressful. You may remember things differently, but like if he didn't step in, you would be dead. So like, are we in two different areas right now? I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's where I am right now. It's 2:00 in the morning, bro. Yeah. See ya.